Hello everybody, today we're going to work our abs, legs, back, abs, legs. I know I repeat myself, but that's what we are going to do. It's an energetic workout. We're going to go with the flow. Grab your weights, the balls, the weighted balls if you have, a Dynaband or a pillow to get something between your knees when needed. So, come join me and let's start. So I have my balls here, Dynaband, and of course you can do everything without. So we're starting with that you're going to go down, lay down, place your feet under your knees and long arms. Just feel your body. You breathe in and out, and I would like you to interlock your ribs. So the front ribs are going to the back. You're pushing the belly towards your lower back. Take another breath. And now interlace your fingers behind your head. Let the elbows come a little bit towards the ceiling. However, push your head towards your hands. You take a breath. With exhalation, you come up and down. We're going to start with abs. Up and down. You breathe in and out. And up. Excuse me. And up. Push your feet to the ground. Every time you lift from the strength of the abdominal. Think like the core here, the waistline is contracted. There is a belt every time that contracted the waistline, or you have a cinch your waistline. Last time, you stay here, bring the feet and the knees a little bit close together, and now float the feet a little bit. I hope you can see. It's maybe a centimeter and everything down. So as you come up, think like you there are weights under your feet and back and lift. So it's a little hovering, and this will engage your lower abdominal and up. So try not to like lift the legs high. No, you just like there are glute, there's chewing gum under them, and you sort of pick them from the floor and up. And every time you exhale, you push the lower back to the floor and up. And up. One more. And up. And now only the right leg going in and out. Now it's not a rotation. You're just bringing the knee to your chest and the chest to your knee. You exhale as you come up. Remember not to come up from pulling your neck, pulling your head, but from the abdominal. We're going to change in a second. And now you stay here, elongate the leg, come back and lay everything down. So you come up, elongate the leg, make the longest leg that you can, come here and back and up and lengthen. Maybe you come a little higher with the upper body and back and in and elongate and in and back and up, elongate. Your left leg, it doesn't move, and up. We're going to change after that. Last time, now you stay here with the elevation of the chest, you lift the leg, you lower, and then everything comes up, down, and in, elongate, lift, lower, and come back down, and up. So wait, bring it in, and elongate. Lift the leg with control, lower, and place everything down. And you bring it to your chest, elongate, lift with control, lower with control, and down. You come here, elongate, lift, lower with control, stay elevated with the upper body, and back. Last time, you come here, elongate, lift, and lower. We'll do one more. And up, elongate. Now stay here, and now we're rotating. Left elbow to the right knee, and up. The right leg doesn't move, and up. Just rotate from the torso towards the right knee, and up, and up, and up. And you exhale on the rotation, and up, and up, and up. Now people, elongate the left arm, the legs go down and you reach to the toes. Down and reach up. You're still in the rotation, and up, and down, and down. You breathe in and exhale, and you come up. You push the belly towards your lower back, and down, and down, and down. Exhale on the up. Last time, take the leg, give it a nice loving stretch, and place the right leg on the floor. Before we go to the other side, move the hips from side to side. Let the head roll from side to side, relax the neck, and we're going to the second side. So you place your hands under your head. You lift the chest, bring the knee to you, and down, and in. Again, remember, now it's not a rotation. You just bring the chest to the knee, and the knee to the chest, and you should feel the abdominal already firing up, and up, and lift, and up, and up, and up. One more, and you stay here. You elongate the leg, bring it in, and come down. Lift, elongate, in with the elongation of the leg. Stay elevated with the upper body, and in, elongate, up. You can even, maybe if you can, come a little higher with the upper body, and up, elongate, and up. One more, and now you come up, elongate, lift the leg with control, lower with control, bring it in, everything goes down. In, elongate, lift and lower, bring it in and go down. In, elongate, lift and lower, bring the knee to the chest and down. And in, elongate, lift and lower, come higher, woo, and in, elongate, lift and lower. Last time, elongate, lift, stay here. You rotate towards the extended leg, up and up. The torso rotate, right knee, right elbow to the right knee. And now, when you come back here, try not to fall. You control it, and up. Pull the navel in, cinch the waist, and up, and up, and up. Last time, you stay here, elongate the right arm, leg and arm go down, and you rotate. Down, and up, and down, and up. So every time you get a little break by placing your chest and your head down, and down, and down, and down, and down, and down, and down. Last time, and place your feet on the ground. Move the knees from one side to the other, just to release. Let the head roll from one side to the other. And we're going to continue with placing the elbows one line with your shoulders, so they're not next to your ribs, but one line with the upper body, upper back. Bring the knees towards your chest and let the knees fall towards the buttock. Pull the navel in and out. Knees are connected, so you go from one side and come back. Go to the other side and back. Sort of let the knee fall, but now you catch it through the abdominal, you bring it in. You go to the other side and come back. You go to the first side and back. You go to the second side and come back. Now, if you want to make it more difficult, go to 90 degrees. So you go to the right side, use the arms and the elbows to help you to come up. Working the waistline. So you go to the other side, push the knees together and come back. You go to the first side and come back. You go to the second side and come back. So really go as far as you can without separating the knees. Push the elbows to the ground and come back. And go to the other side. So the legs are like weights for your abdominal muscles. And back. Last time. And come back. Now if you can, elongate the legs. And we go to one side. See how far I'm taking my time to see, to judge how far I can go. And go to the other side and back. So I want to see my boundaries as long as I'm keeping the left elbows and the shoulders on the ground. And come back. And go to the other side. Try not to separate the inner thighs. And go to the first side. And from the abdominal, bring it in. And go to the second side. And come back. We're going one more. And up. And back. And go to the other side. Come back. Place your feet under your knees. And place your arms along your body. Okay. From here, push the heels to the ground. Bring the tailbone towards your heels and lift the torso up. You're in a bridge. You're pushing the feet and the toes and the fingers and the upper body and the back of your head to the ground. Can we lift the hips higher? Shins your waist, your talia. Interlock the ribs and now go back down. And you breathe in and come up. And go down. You should feel it also in the glutes. And come up. And go back down. Breathe in and breathe out. Try to make sure that the knees are not falling outside. And come up. And back. And come up. Now we stay here. And you go halfway down and come up. So every up, I'm contracting the glute muscles. Down and up. Down. This is my accent. I'm thinking of contracting the glutes. I'm thinking of opening the front of the hips. And up. And up. I have a tight belt around my waistline. And down. So I'm going almost to the floor and up. And down. And up. And down. And up. Last time, stay here and pause. This movement is very small. It's on the top of the lift and up, and up, and up, up. And up, and up, and up, and up. You should feel it in the glutes. Less in the hamstrings, although we're working them, so concentrate on the glutes. Last time, stay here and bon vous bon. You go back down, bring the knees to you and rock your hips from one side to the other. Okay, so now I will ask you to go on your hands and knees and find your tabletop position. I'm going to walk my hands about, a big step forward and create a push-up position. So you create one line from the tail to the crown. You pull the abdominal in. You can open the arms a little wider than shoulder width and go down and push up. One piece. So don't think of squeezing the shoulder blades. It's just one piece from shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, tail to head, going down, and you push up, down, and push up, down. The head doesn't go by itself. It's an extension of the spine. So think that the chest and the head are stretching forward. And down. And down. And down. Once more. And go to a rest mode. Or, yeah. Okay. From here, sit down. Or you can stand on your knees, or you can stand. Just because of the camera, I'm staying seated. Take your Dynaband if you have, and bring the arm just above your shoulders. The Dynaband is a little wider than your shoulders. From here, we're going to the back muscles. Pull the navel in. You do not want to sit here. You want to find your straight line, your straight body, and bring the Dynaband to the top of the shoulder blades, and with control bring it back up. And now make sure that you have some resistance, of course. I'm pulling the abdominal in, so I'm not collapsing with the movement. And back, and down. So you see it going, it's going just to the top of the upper back, and back, and open, and back, and open, and back, and down, and back. Make sure that you have enough resistance and not too much. As you see, my hands are an extension of my arms. I'm not straining my pulse, and up. Now we stay here, and you pulse 1, 2, 3, and come back. And go down and pulse 2, 3, and come back. The pulses are bringing the shoulder blades towards each other without changing the position of your torso. And up, and down, and up, and now bring the arms forward. Just give yourself a stretch forward. Okay, come back. The arms are the same, and now bring the Dynaband to the top of your chest, and they go back up. And to the top of your chest, and go back up. I'm going to create a little more resistance. So in order to create more resistance, you hold the Dynaband a little closer and up. I mean, the hands are closer in. And up, and back, and wide, and think that the chest is going towards the Dynaband. Now listen, you stay here and you pulse. 1, 2, 3, and come back. We're still working the back, just from a different angle. So the pulses again, think, shoulder blades towards each other, fingers are elongated, pull the navel in so I'm not falling backwards with the movement. Last time, and release. Place the Dynaband near you and just give yourself a nice stretch forward. From here, bone for bone, roll back down. Okay, we're going to make a transition of abdominal, 2-leg stretch, and then go to the roll up. So, I want you to bring both knees towards your chest. Place your hands on your shins. Lift your head and your chest up. From here, you're going to only extend the right side of the body and come back. Nothing happened to my torso. and back, and one. Once more, and now we're going for both legs. Hold, and bring it back. And hold, legs together, and back. And extend, and bring back. Extend, bring back. We're going again to the first side, and come back. As you notice, my upper body stays elevated, and we're going both legs, elongating, and back. You push the lower back to the floor, and extend, and back, and extend. Last set, right, and extend, and the right side of the body, and the left side, both, and up, and up. Listen, and up. With this one, you stay, you stay. With control, you go almost to the floor, place it down. It's not a rest, it's just part of the movement. Float again and bring it back. So, you elongate to an angle of 45. Now you go almost, you're hovering almost all the way, and pull the legs in. From here, you hover the leg and the chest and come back. So we're changing. Go in, hover, and go down. Hover, bring it in. Hover back and float above the floor and in. Float back and go down. And float above the floor. Go in. Float again and go down. Okay, you stay here. Bring the arms above your chest. Open the arm and bring it back just to release a little bit before we go to the next movement. Place your elbows here and just move the hips from one side to the other. Now listen, your left elbow staying on the floor. It's not in an angle of 90, it's, look, I'll show you in the right one, yeah? So it's not here, it's here. I'm placing my left on the floor. My right arm is up. We're going to work the side of the talia and preparation for the roll up. So from here, you're coming up and go down. So let yourself use the left elbow. You're pressing it to the floor. And up. And with control down. So you come up, once you finish to come up, come a little higher, and then you go down. You come up, you come higher yet, with control, go down. You come up, and then higher, and go down. And come up, we're going faster, and down, and up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, and change the box. So now your right elbows here, left elbows facing the ceiling. So you come up. It can be that one side a little stiffer, so that's where you're going slower in the beginning. So you take your time, and now listen. As I come up, come a little higher, and then control going down. So you come up when you think it's enough, then come a little higher. I'm pushing the right elbow to the ground, and come back. And come up a little higher. Now we take it a little faster. So up and down and up. What it does, it actually mimics the way you're getting out of bed. So it strengthens all the side muscle of the torso, of the waistline, and last time, and go down. Okay, the arms are going behind your head, stretch away, stretch the toes forward, Find the longest body that you can achieve. Interlace your ribs, right? Interlace your ribs, pull the navel in, bring the arms above your shoulders, and we're coming to roll up. Reach forward, create a C-spine with your spine, and roll down. And the arms are going back, bring it above your chest, you lift your head, and reach forward, and roll the hips back. Everything is controlled, so back. You bring it forward. If you need, people, place balls or weights on your shins to help you to come up if you have difficulty with this movement. You reach and go down. And we're going to change in a second. Reach and go down. Now listen. You bring it here. You come up. You stretch forward. Up and roll down. So bring the arms above your chest. The fingers are going straight to the ceiling. You round yourself forward. You find your straight body and go down. And bring the arms here. Lift the head. You come up. Stretch forward. Come back and roll down. And bring the arms here. You look through. You come up. Okay. Let's go. A little faster. And up. We're not going forward. Only up and down. Now if you want to make it more challenging, the arms staying here. I'm not bringing them behind. And back. So only the abdominal. Coming up. Every time people find a straight spine and back, like you're pushing the lower back forward and back, but you're keeping the abdominal pulled in and up. Last time, and up, stay here, and now we're going to stretch. Okay, from here, we are going to, we're going back on your back. And now people, take the Dynaband. You hold the Dynaband shoulder width, just above your chest. We're going to target now the chest area. So from here, my fingers are straight. You can also hold the Dynaband, but make sure you're not creating too much tension on your wrists. Open the Dynaband, with control, bring it back. So open, and back, and open. Control it on the way back. Of course, you're pulling the navel towards your lower back, and open. And now we're going to add something. As you open, lift your head and your chest, and come back. So you come up. So we also take the abdominal again, and up, and come back. And up, you're working your arms, biceps, triceps, chest, abdominal, and back. We're going to add the legs. Close the knees and the feet. You curling yourself in, and come back. And curling yourself in. This is the time, if you want to put the ball between your knees, go for it. And up, and up. Squeeze the ball to engage the inner thighs. And up, and back, and up, and back, and up, and back. Last time, I'm going to take the ball away, but you can keep it if you want. Knees and feet together. So if you have the ball, they're together anyway. You come up, stay here. Bring the knees towards the right underarm. Come center, go to the left. Come center, and everything goes down. So you come up. So we're adding a side oblique work, and come back down. And come up, and Keep the tension on the dynamo. Whoops. And up. So keep the tension on the dynamo. You bring the knees towards the right shoulder, then the left shoulder, and up. And lift. And right. And left. Last time. And open. Right. And left. And come back down. Put the dynaband away. Hug your knees and come to seated position. We are continuing with leg work. So, come lay down on one side, doesn't matter which one. Yeah. Bring the legs a little bit forward. Now listen, the lower leg is elongated. Bring the upper knee, mine is the left, but doesn't matter, to one side with the navel. So really feel that the hips is not going forward or backwards, like there is a wall behind you. So keep all the contraction in the pelvic floor. And from here, I'm extending the leg and bend. Now, with the extension of the leg, make sure that the hip is not going forward. Think that you have a wall behind your pelvic, and forward, and back, and up, and extend, and extend. Last time you stay here, you lift the leg with control and you lower with control. Again, very important to make sure that the upper hip did not go back or forward for this matter. And up. You can flex or point the foot, doesn't matter. Lift and lower. Especially with the lift, I'm pulling the abdominal in to keep control in this area. Last time, and now we're going to swing the leg and bring it back and forward. So, as you bring the leg forward, flex and point as you swing back. Point and flex. Try not to let the leg dip in. It's in one line. And up. Now you want to just create a little movement and freedom in the hip joint. And back. And up. And up. And last time, and now we stay here. Place the upper leg above the lower and come on your elbows. We're going back to those waistline. So love handles, whatever you call them. So from here, bring the arms here, sorry. Lift the legs and lower. So what's happening here, we are bringing the rib to the hip. We're shortening this side, the upper side of the waistline. And now if you want to make it more challenging, the arms stay here and come up and up. Or keep it here. Just lift the legs and up. Really feel this in the waistline, the work in the waistline. Last time, and we're going to the other side. So, find your straight body. Legs a little bit forward, lower leg stays on the floor. You bend the upper leg, the knee is one line with the navel. The back end stays totally in one line. From here, extending the leg and bend. Extending. The lower leg is also active. It's pushing towards the floor. And up. And extend. And bend. And extend. And bend. Extend. And bend. Extend. And bend. Extend, stay here. Lift it with control and lower with control. So lift, pull the abdominal in and back. So first abdominal, then you lift and lower. And 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 lift, and now we're going to swing the leg. Point forward, sorry, and point backward. So you flex forward and point back. This is my preference, you can change it. And forward, and forward. Try to keep the leg like you're going over a tabletop. So there is no dipping with the leg, especially when it comes forward or backwards. And up. And up. I'm still pressing the lower leg to the floor, against the floor. One more. And stop here. Place the upper leg above the lower. Come on your elbows. And we're make sure you're not sinking, people. Lift here. This arm is stretching forward. You lift and lower. You're shortening the right side. For me, it's the right side of the waistline. Or think that you're bringing the hip to your rib. Or rib to the hip. And now, bring the arms here. And up if you want to challenge, the arm doesn't move. And up. And up. One more. Last time, and come back. Back on hands and knees. Okay. Now listen, you can, maybe if you follow me, you know I had injury in my feet, so you can go to a full plank. A full plank is this. I will stay on my knees, so you can choose what you prefer to do. In either way, if you're in a full plank, you're fine, your hands are under your shoulders. If you, like me, cross your ankles, bring the weight a little bit forward, and the right hand going to the left shoulder, and switch. And up. I placed my feet down because I was moving way too much with the torso. The challenge is to move the torso as little as possible. How you do it? You engage those muscles. You bring the front rib to the back ribs. You pull the navel towards your lower back. Shoulders are sliding towards your talia. And up. And up. Continue. When you're here, it's less challenging. Also effective, but you really want to stay here. And up. And up. Two more. On each side. Last set. And go back down. If you did it with a full plank, chapeau. We're back to push-ups. So you can again go on your knees or full plank. I'm staying on my knees, of course. Now I will ask you to rotate the fingers a little bit back, inside, yeah, towards each other. We go down and up and down. You just activate different side of the chest muscles. And up. Of course, you're pulling the navel in. Head is one line with the rest of the body. You pull the, yeah, I said already, pull the navel in, so you know that. And up. One more. Last time, and relax. Go to a child pose. Take your balls or your weights if you have. Go to seated position again. You can go on your knees, you can stand up for that, or in a clear mark, in this kind of position, or in a diamond shape. From here, bring the elbow just a little bit behind the waistline, and I'm going to extend my arms backwards. The balls or your weight are facing the sky. And pause. And up. At the same time, I'm pulling the abdominal in. So as you see, my torso is a little bent on an angle above my thighs. And up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up. Now stay here and bring the arms towards each other without bending the elbows. You're just making the space nearer. Shoulders are sliding towards your lower back. And up. And now from here, bring the balls towards the shoulders and lean forward and extend. So bring it forward and extend. We're taking the biceps and extend. And bring forward and extend. Now listen, when you do the tricep, really stay for a split second here. And in. And extend. Your back as straight as possible, so you're also working the core. And up. And up. Now listen. You stay here. You bring the elbows forward. So I have a 90-degree angle with my arms. Elbows one line with the shoulders. I'm extending the balls forward and going back to this angle. Extend. Bicep work. In. Extend. Keep the back straight. And out. Shoulders are sliding towards the lower back. Talia is contracted like you have a very tight belt right now. And up. And out. And now bring the arms one line with the upper body. Do the same movement. And I'll show you from here. And in and extend. Make sure, people, that the elbows are not sinking. The elbows remain in line with the chest of the upper back. And extend. And in. And extend. In. And extend. We're going to make a combination. So, in, out, shoulders, and out. Bring it forward. Balls to the shoulders. Open. In. And bring it in. And extend. Out. In. Bring it forward. In. Extend. Out. Last set. Bring it in. Out. And out. Okay, bring it here. Actually, you can make a fist and pull the arms a little bit back if you stretch it, your pulses. And the other one. Okay, go back, laying down on your back. You elongate the left leg and bring the right knee towards your chest. Stay here. First of all, give it a stretch. Go to a tabletop position. From here, I want you to make a little soft circle. Soft, I mean, not too big, as long as the back of the back and the back of the hips are staying on the floor for your feeling. And up. And now reverse this circle. The left leg is your anchor leg. It presses to the floor to keep stability. Now elongate this leg, go inside, small movement, and up. You want to keep the shoulders on the ground. Reverse. So as you notice, my circles are quite small now. Now reverse to bigger circle. So you lift, you lower, you open and lift. Cross, down, open and lift. Cross, down, open and lift. Cross, down, open and lift. Find your center, open, let it drop, cross and lift. Open, let it drop, cross and lift. Open, let it drop, cross and lift. Open, let it drop. Last time, open, let it drop, and place the right leg on the ground. Left knee to you, give it a stretch. 90 degrees, and just make soft circles. See what's happening with the left hip. I hope nothing Crazy that you have the same flexibility and mobility. Reverse. I'm pressing the right leg to the ground. I'm concentrating on the back of the becken to the floor. Now, elongate the left leg. Go inside, small circle. Keep the working leg as long as possible. If it's not possible, you can soften in the knee. And now we're going to bigger circles. I'm crossing over, dropping, open, and lift. Cross over, drop, open, and lift. Cross over, drop, open, and lift. Cross over, drop. Navel pulled in, reverse, open, let it drop, cross here, and lift. Open, drop, cross, and lift. Open both hips, staying stable. Last time, open. And bring both knees to you. Rock the knees from one side to the other. Okay? Go back on your hands and knees, please. We're going to continue with leg work. Now you're in a table position, so your hands are under your shoulders, navel pulled in, and now the right leg is lifting up and down. You keep the 90-degree bend in the leg, lift and lower. Try not to bend the elbows. So every lift, feel it in the glute and up. Try not to bend the opposite elbow and lift and lift and lift and lift. Two more and lift. And now we're going to change. You lift, you extend, bend and lower. Lift. The extension is open angle. It's not behind you. And lift. Extend. Now my left elbows want to bend. I'm trying to prevent it. And up. And up. Last time. Now stay here. Go back to the first movement. And from here, extend the leg, bring it behind you. Go back to the bend and come back. Lift, extend the leg, bring it behind you. Go back to the side, bend and back. Woohoo! Lift, extend, behind. Here and back. And lift, extend, behind. Up, bend. One more. Extend, behind and stay here. And pulse, and pulse. Now listen. The working leg is externally rotated. You pull the navel in. Every lift, contract the glute and make sure you're not sinking in the talia. Shoulders are sliding towards your lower back. Head one line with the spine. And we finish with circles. And reverse. And bring the leg. Massage it. Go to a child pose. Bring the arms to the left. Stretch. And we're going to the other side. I'll turn the other way, so maybe to be handy for you to see. I hope I remember everything. Okay. You're in a tabletop position. Left leg, you lift and lower. Lift. So on the lift, you have a little contraction in the glutes. And lift. And up. And up. I'm trying to keep the right arm also long. Of course, pulling the abdominal in. And up. And up. And up. And up. And up. Two more. And up. Last time. Now we lift, extend, bend, and back. So lift, extend the leg, bend it, and come back. Lift, bend, and lift. Extend, 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 bend, and now lift, extend, go behind you, come back here, bend, and back. This is a killer for me. And lift, extend the leg, bring it behind you, go back to the bend of 90, and come back. Lift, extend, behind, come here, bend, and to left. And lift, extend, behind, back, bend, and back. One more. And lift, extend, behind, back, and to left. Now listen, you bend, extend, bring it behind you, and stay, and pause, and pause. The working leg is externally rotated. Pull the abdominal in. Don't stop. I'm not stopping, you don't get to stop. And up, and up, and up, and up, and up. Pay attention to the shoulder positioning. Now, little circles, and up. Keep the leg high, and up. Pull the navel in so we're not rocking all over the place, and reverse, and up, and up. The leg is as high as possible, and okay, go to a rest mode, bring the arms to the right if you work your left hip. Okay, people, stay seated. One more exercise for the back. Take the Dynaband, place it on the ball of your feet. So I'm holding it on approximately one line with my knees, and now I'm creating pressure. My elbows are going back. Actually, I'm going to take it a little tighter. It was too loose. So I'm holding it for me almost close to my ankles. Find your straight back. Let me see if you can see. And now pull it back. Now we're working the upper back. So squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Up and back. And squeeze. And back. Keep the elbows close to your ribs, so you don't want to flare them out. Shoulders are sliding towards your lower back. And down. And up. And up. And up. One more. And now take the Dynaband wider, so you have like a big V. From here, open and back. And open. This also takes work your triceps and biceps. Every time you work the back, you're activating the biceps. And out. Try not to lean back with the movement. And out. And out. And out. Last time, and relax. Okay. One more exercise for the back. Come lay down on your abdominal. Take the Dynaband and hold it just between your two hands, just underneath the buttock. Your legs are in a small V. Your arms are a little wider than the hips. Point the toes, active legs. Pull the navel in. Shoulders are sliding towards the lower back. From here, float only the upper body and separate the arms. Come back and come back. Make sure you have enough tension. I'm floating the upper body, separating the arms and back. Float. Hold the floating sensation and back, or movement. And lift. Now let's add the legs. Float. Open. And back. You come up. Open. And back. You come up. open, and back. You come up, open. We're going to add. You come up. As you open, legs and arms are moving. The legs are externally rotated, so you're activating the inner thighs and back. You're opening and closing the legs and the arms. Once more. And up. Actually, two more. Come up. Once more. I swear. And back. Okay. Take the downward bend away. Go to a child pose. Bring the tailbone towards your heels. Round the back. Extend the arms. Okay, we're going to finish with cat stretches. So you're on hands and knees, round the spine, and go back to a poodle. And once more, round the spine, and now flex it, and round, and flex. Now if you want, curl your toes in, round the spine, go to a pike. Push the hands away, let the heels sink towards the floor. Push the hands away, shoulders are sliding towards your low back. The head is almost towards the floor. And go back down. Come sit for a sec. And we're going to roll a little bit just to feel good. So, place your hand under your knee, heels together, float the feet from the ground and roll back and come back. Don't think of anything, just massage the spine. Think that you have an orange under your chin or peach. So, the head is not falling back. You're using the abdominal to massage the spine. Once more, and stay seated. Okay, people, thank you for joining me. I'm sweating, I hope you are too. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Leave comments if you want, share it with somebody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.